Hey, how's it going? This is John with Dovey Racing again. And today, we have an interesting little review for you, and possibly a budget solution for your Honda build. I have a JackSpania Racing tucked harness. I've seen mixed reviews on these things. Some say they're cheap, some say they're great, and we're going to find out for ourselves. We're really going to put this thing through the paces. It's going to live in a real racing environment instead of just running around in some street beater. So we're really gonna see if it's worth what we paid for it. I decided to try to go with this because obviously it's half the price of a rye wire harness, which is top of the line. Definitely a lot better than any crap you can get off eBay. Seeing harnesses as cheap as $100, there's no way I risked that. This was a little over $400 with the chassis adapter for a Honda Prelude. So let's see what this thing's about. All right. Upon first glance, initial quality look, anyways, it seems to be pretty decent. I mean, I do see some stuff is not perfect. I mean, pen's not quite straight there. It's not a big deal. Insulator's not in. Little things that we can fix. I mean, the quality's pretty close to the factory ones. But, granted, the factory ones are, 30, almost 40 years old. And if they feel as good as a factory one at 40 years old, I don't know. We'll see. Guess let's get this thing plugged in and see if it runs the car and get to a racetrack and beat the shit out of it. Also, another side note, when comparing this to the factory harness, all the wiring is completely different colors. The pins are correct. I did pin the harness and check it just to make sure. But just so you know, if you have to diagnose anything in the future, a factory wiring diagram is only going to get you so far. You're going to have to do everything by pin numbers and figure out the colors for yourself. So if you have any, hopefully you have some electrical experience if you do have any issues, which I don't feel like I will. Like I said, it seems pretty decent for the most part. So we'll go from here. Quick fitment update. So far, most of the stuff fits all right. Now you run it up underneath the manifold, the injectors. I did find a couple of small problems that are pretty easily fixable. I just Digi-Dizzy, highly recommend. The biggest problem that I had was the connector for the alternator. You're going to have to extend it so they can go around and reach the back. And also this cable here, the charge cable for the alternator, it's super long. So you may have to trim that up. But other than that, it seems to fit all right. I mean, if that's the worst of it for $500 less than a rye wire harness, I'll take it. I give it an okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final review of the JackSpania, however you say it, budget harness, and so far it's working out. We got it all together. It went, plugged right into the Digi-Dizzy and everything. It's all hidden pretty good. Only issues that I have with the harness was you do have to cut for the H series cars. You're gonna have to cut this alternator plug and extend it to go all the way around here. It's hard to see in the camera, but you're gonna have to make it go all the way around the timing cover. And then also the main power wire, you'll have to pull some tape back to get this loose so you can pull it through. There's plenty of cable, but you're gonna have to pull it through, and then the extra you'll have to cut and put into the fuse box there. But other than that, it's worked out great so far. It starts and runs good, no problem. Everything's reading good. So we're gonna finish getting this thing together and get it on the dyno and see what it really does. It is dyno day. We got the car all loaded up. We did a good bass tune, got it kind of started and running, and now we're gonna see what it does on the dyno with this new engine and test out the this fancy new harness, see if it's gonna be worth the shit, and we'll go from there. Alright, camera, I forgot you were there. That was a great session. Car went fantastic. Third and fourth gear were a little sticky, but other than that, I can work around it. Car was a fucking missile. It's faster everywhere. Braking, cornering, like everything. I'm going in the wrong hole. Post-race review. Well, looks like it survived, and pretty happy with the results. I don't know if you saw in the last video, I had my little off-track excursion, but the old harness performed well. Didn't skip a beat all weekend. I had no problems, no faults or anything came up. So I think it finally won me over. I was a little hesitant at first. It seemed like it was super cheap and everything, but once I finally got it all going, I've run the shit out of the car, and no problems. So yeah, this gets a seal of approval. And that's all for this review. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.